A lot of people do not have just one income. You might run a business and rent out a property. You might have two side businesses. You might have a job as well as self-employment. So, when Making Tax Digital arrives, an obvious question comes up. How does it work when your income comes from more than one place? Which incomes count? How many submissions do you actually make? And what happens at year end? Let me clear it all up. First, the big one. Not every type of income counts towards whether you are in MTD. Only two things count: your gross self-employment income and your gross UK property income. You add those together, and that combined total is your qualifying income. That is what gets compared to the £50,000 threshold. Here is what does not count. Your salary from a job, taxed through pay, does not count. Pensions do not count. Dividends do not count. Savings interest does not count. So, if you earn £70,000 in a salary job and $15,000 from a small side business, your qualifying income is just $15,000. The salary is irrelevant to the threshold. But flip it around. If you earn $40,000 from self-employment and $15,000 from a rental property, that combines to $55,000, and you are in phase one, even though neither one alone crosses $50,000. Two things to hammer home here. First, it is gross income, not profit. Your total turnover and total rent received before you take off a single expense. So someone turning over $55,000 with $30,000 in costs still has qualifying income of $55,000, not their $25,000 profit. And second, it combines across all your qualifying sources. Two sole trades, a sole trade plus property, whatever the mix, you add the gross figures together. This catches a lot of people out, because each individual income might feel small, but combined, they can easily push you over the line and into MTD. Now the part people worry about most. How many submissions is this? Here's how it works. You submit a separate quarterly update for each qualifying income stream. Each separate sole trade is its own stream. All your UK property together counts as one single stream. So if you run one business and rent out property, that is two streams. Two sets of quarterly updates. 4 for the business, 4 for the property. 8 quarterly updates across the year. If you run two separate businesses and have no property, that is also two streams. So again, 8 updates. One important detail on property. It does not matter if you have one rental or 5. All your UK property income combines into a single property stream. 5 properties do not mean 5 sets of updates. It is still one property stream, one set of 4 updates. Here is the reassuring part. However many quarterly updates you make through the year, you still only submit one final declaration. Just one. That single year-end submission pulls together all your income streams, your business, your property, and this is where your other income finally gets added in too. Remember your salary and pensions and dividends that did not count towards the threshold. They still have to be declared. The final declaration is where they go. So the quarterly updates are split by source, but the final declaration brings your entire tax picture back into one place, confirms everything, and finalizes what you owe. 8 submissions a year might sound like a lot, but in practice it is very manageable with the right setup. The trick is keeping your income streams cleanly separated in your records from the start. Separate categories. Ideally, separate bank accounts so your business and your property figures never get tangled. Good MTD software handles multiple income streams in one account, so you are not logging into different systems for each one. A one-tax filer keeps all your streams, self-employment and property, under a single login and files each one correctly to HMRC. Keep the streams clean and multiple incomes stop being complicated. So, here is what to take away. Only self-employment and property income count towards the threshold, and it is gross, not profit, added together across sources. Each sole trade is a separate stream with its own quarterly updates, but all your property combines into one. And no matter how many streams you have, it all comes back to a single final declaration at year-end, where your other income gets added to. Subscribe to A1 Tax Filer for more plain English MTD guidance. And the link below will help you get set up if you have got more than one income to manage. Keep your streams separate and the rest takes care of itself.